CBS presents this program in color.
It's the game of celebrity gossip, Tattletales. And now here's the star of Tattletales, Bert Convey.
Hi, thank you so much. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Welcome to Tattletales, you at home and you here, too. You're going to have a great time. I've had a great time with these people. We have two rookie couples. I've never been on Tattletales before, which is always kind of fun, and one old-timer. And here they are, winning money for the blues section today from Aftermath, Mr. Jamie Farr and Joy Farr. Hello, old-timer. Winning money for the banana section from Hill Street Blues, Renee Enriquez and Irene DiBatti. Winning money for the red section is Jim Moffat, and from Boone, Kitty Moffat.
They're even hungrier. They are hungrier.
Who wants the money? Yes, you can always kind of tell from the introduction where the hungriest section is.
Yes, definitely the red section.
The red section seems very hungry today.
I remember you always said, more sedate over here in the blue. Wait a minute, there's one woman that needs it.
Well,
see that?
That's because she's not with the
Needs
group.
money.
She's alone,
Finish
and
the
she
sentence.
wants her money. It's fun, you know. That's what makes this that get crazy here. I think is because everybody's rooting for you because they get the money, you win.
Are you reading that off of a cue
No,
card?
but they
you just
no.
made that up.
I made that up.
That's incredible
Well, I
how
think
you
people
do
at home
that.
sometimes forget that the people in our audience actually do get the money and get it today. As they leave the studio, they are paid the money that their couple wins.
Takes us several weeks to get our check,
Yes,
but
right.
they get it right away. Sometimes you don't even get it.
That's true. Okay, ladies, here's the first question. It's worth $150 to the very people sitting in your rooting sections. And an eccentric, hello, ladies, an eccentric uncle. That was hard to say. An eccentric uncle.
Sure.
An eccentric, this silly uncle of yours leaves you an unusual diamond worth $1 million. It's mounted in an antique setting from ancient India, designed to fit on the nose.
What?
We'll get to you in just a moment. Your uncle's will stipulates that you must wear it in your nose every evening you go out in public for the next year. Then you can do with it what you want. Would you accept the terms of the will in order to own this fabulous diamond, yes or no? Goodbye. Funny we should ask, eh?
How much is it worth?
It's $1 million diamond, and we're
Yeah.
asking Joy if she will wear it in her nose for a year.
She's laughing and she can't even hear us.
Of course, if we
I
asked
could
you,
wear, $4 or $5 million worth
who'd
in
notice?
this nose.
That's right. If you had a nose full of nickels, you'd be a multi-millionaire, as they say.
Are you gonna let him? You gonna let him talk to me like that, blue section?
Oh, do you remember that famous old Perry Como? It was Perry Como sang a song like that once.
Yeah.
I had a nose full of nickels.
I didn't buy it.
No.
Let me see. Would you like change? Ooh, she likes diamonds.
Yeah.
I know. Believe me, I know. I think she would be very clever. Because it doesn't say that you have to go out. It says when you go out.
That's correct.
She wouldn't go out.
Wait a minute.
She wouldn't go out. Is that the...
Every evening that you go out in public for the next year,
Yeah.
you mean she'd stay home for a
She'd stay
year?
home in the evening. We go out in the daytime.
No, that's...
No. Come on, Bert. You got to hold it to that question.
Wait a minute. Your uncle's will stipulates that you must wear it on your nose every evening you go out in public for the next... Boy, he's got a point. What do you think?
Well, let's not go back to that again.
But you wouldn't want to... Oh.
Got a point.
She wouldn't go to the market with it in her nose anyway.
No, but I'm saying that's they. So she would, yes, she would. I think she'd be clever enough. What do you think? Do you think she'd be... It's $1 million. $1 million. So I would say yes, she would, and she would make sure she wouldn't go out at night.
Never go out for a year.
Yes.
And
Bring in food and everything.
But she'll take the terms, which is if she does, she has to wear it.
Yeah.
Here she comes.
Sure.
Joy, it's your choice. Your eccentric uncle has left you this $1 million bauble.
Mm-hmm.
What are you going to do?
Well, I hate looking ridiculous. They'd have to put a hole in your nose. It'd be terrible. The only way I would get by with it is never going out in the evening. I don't think that counts. I wouldn't do it.
Oh, he said you would.
You had
That's exactly
You
what
had
he
it
said.
right there.
He said you
wouldn't go out in the
That's right.
evening.
He said, no, but she didn't want to do that. She said the only way I could get it is by never going out.
Can
You
you
didn't want to
imagine?
stay home.
I wouldn't look ridiculous like that. That'd be
Joy,
funny.
I'll buy you $1 million ring right now on television if you would go with this stipulation.
What's the stipulation?
What was the question again?
Question was it? Wait, you missed the question.
Oh, forget it.
The question is over.
Give me off of this, will you? Because I offered $1 million
That's
to the
right.
thing with the
I
ring.
heard it.
Yeah.
Renee, what will Irene say?
I think Irene will put it on her nose, on her ears, on her pinky, on whatever, and she will wear it day and night because she loves diamonds.
Yes, and she doesn't care.
She doesn't care. She wants the $1 million diamond.
Yeah, it goes right here, doesn't it?
Right here,
Yeah,
right here, right here.
Right
I will
here.
not go any
place.
further.
Okay, you'll say yes. Here she comes. Irene, what will you do?
Now, the will does not say that I must go out in public. I would take the ring and go into a cloister for a year.
Yes, that's what he said. You don't have to go out. You're right. That was Jamie's answer.
Look at the question. Yes. All right.
Very smart.
Did we win?
You're absolutely. Yes, you did. Yes, of course, you won.
See, you won, Irene.
Correct, you won, Renee. You were good this time.
Yes, well, you were good this time. It does
Thank
not
you.
say you have to go out. If
That's
you do,
right.
you must wear it.
That's
What do you think? What will Kitty do, Jim?
Well, first of all, Kitty must go out.
Yes.
So,
She likes to go out.
yeah, that kind of cuts it down. I would say that she would not.
Wouldn't do it.
No.
Really? Now, can you imagine the conversation piece it is, though? Oh, what's that in your... You have a terrible cold. No, no. Wait a minute. It's shining. I mean, you know, it would be very interesting, wouldn't it, to have that, wear that diamond? Okay, you're going to say she wouldn't do it, huh? Okay, here she comes. Kitty, what would you do with our offer?
Well, for $1 million, I'd probably do a lot stranger things. So I would say, yeah, I would.
No, he said you wouldn't do that. Renee and Irene get the whole thing for the banana section to start things off. She'll take the diamond, folks. I don't blame her. And the banana section will take the money, and we'll come back in a minute and give away a lot more. Don't go away.
You're reaching for the finish line.
You dig down deep, decide to find
You've really gotta want it.
the strength that you need, the will to succeed. This is it. It's for him and for you, for you.
Hey, I'm proud of you. Really proud. A Coke.
The biggest taste in China.
Great race. Who's your coach? My dad.
Okay, here we go. Question number 2 coming up. This is it, ladies. It's for you. Are you still there? Ladies, are you generally more surprised when people do something nice or when they do something bad? Which generally surprises you more? Goodbye. Are you a realist or an optimist or what are you? Let's find out. We'll start with you, Renee. What do you think Irene will say?
Irene should be very surprised if they do something bad.
Really? She thinks the best of people always
She's
until...
a very positive lady.
Yeah.
She's up there. She got it all together.
Does she get surprised a lot?
Sometimes.
Yeah. Yes. All right. She'd be surprised if they do something bad.
Yeah, I think so.
Here she comes. Irene, your turn.
All right. Not too many people do something bad to me, except Renee, maybe. So I'm more surprised when they do something bad.
That's right. That's what he said.
Good.
Thank you, Renee. Jim, what will Kitty say?
I think Kitty tends to trust everybody. I mean, somebody gets out of prison, she'd trust them probably. So I think she'd be surprised if they do something bad.
Bad. She's an optimist. She thinks the best of things and of people. Okay, that's her outlook. Here she comes. Kitty, what do you think?
Well, I really try and be nice to people, and so people are usually nice back, so it really surprises me when people do something bad.
That's correct. That's what the man said. Well, that seems to be easy. See, we've maybe made these a little too extreme on either side. We've said nice and bad rather than, you know, sort of nice and not so nice. That would have been harder for you, maybe. What do you think?
Been sort of harder, yes.
Sort of harder, yes. Semi-harder as well.
I would. Joy is an optimist. She trusts everybody at times to a fault because I'm always telling her, be careful, you know, don't always trust everybody. So I think she would be surprised if somebody did something bad.
Something bad, same
More
thing.
surprised.
Okay, here she comes. The other two ladies have this right. The game is tightening up a little bit. Jamie, what do you think?
No, she's Joy. I'm Jamie.
What'd I say?
You threw
You
me.
said Jamie.
I'm
What do
in
you
Joy.
think,
I'm
Jamie?
sorry. I looked
Yeah.
right
I
at
know
your
we
name
look
and
so
said
much
it.
alike. It's like looking into a mirror.
I looked right at your name and said it.
I'm so nervous on this one because I know that what I feel in my heart I'm going to say is right, but I think I'm surrounded by such nice people, and I really mean wonderful people, that when they do something bad, it really surprises me.
That's what the man said. You're absolutely right. You're all right. You chose the same answer. Tightens up the game, and it's halftime, guys. Step to the rear. We'll bring the ladies out front. Continue with the second half of Tattletales after this message for you. Don't go away.
Okay, kids, take a break.
Coke is it? Coke is it?
The most refreshing way to make the most of every day. And wherever you go and whatever you do, there's something big waiting for me and you. Coke is it?
The biggest taste you've ever found.
Coke is it?
The one that never let you down.
Coke is it? The most refreshing taste around. Coke is it?
It's the smile you can't hide, 'cause it comes from inside.
Like the time that you spend with your family and friends. It's the way that you feel when you know it's real. Coke is it? The most refreshing taste around. Coke is it? Coke is it?
Weekdays, it's an exciting challenge of a lifetime for big cash and prizes with Press Your Luck, the game where any contestant can win a mint or chance to lose it all. Join host Peter Tamarkin weekdays and dare to press your luck.
Okay, here we go. We've changed places after halftime. Three lovely ladies. The score is, Jamie, you have $50. Jim, you have $50. And Renee has $200. You got to catch up with him, okay? Listen, guys, this one's worth $150 to your rooting sections as well. Man, a gypsy reads your palm. She tells you to beware of a young woman who has red hair, is left-handed, and loves George Gershwin. The next week, your business dealings bring you into contact with a gorgeous left-handed redhead who suddenly begins to hum Embraceable You. Would you do business with this lady, yes or no? Goodbye. Beware of a young... Why beware? That could be good or bad, couldn't it?
That's right.
What do you think? We'll start with you, Kitty. Is Jim... does he believe in psychics and gypsies and palm readings and so forth?
Jim doesn't seem to believe in any of that. I think he'd be pretty wary of anybody humming Embraceable You.
Why? It's a pretty song.
I think he's going to say no. Or he wouldn't.
Would you go with business? Would you do business with this lady? He's going to say no, just because she hums "Embraceable You."
Oh, yes, he would do business with her. He would not pay attention to what the psychic said.
He wouldn't be concerned. He would go ahead and do business with her anyway.
That's it.
Sure, why not? A pretty red-headed left-handed lady. Who cares? Okay, you're going to say yes. He would go ahead.
That's it.
Here he comes. The question is put this way, Jim: would you, in fact, go ahead and do business with this lady anyway?
Yes.
That's right. Not the least bit concerned about the gypsy palm reading, huh?
No, that's never really been something I've taken seriously. So.
Have you ever had that done, Joy? Have you had that done? You ever had your palm read?
Half my friends are. I'm not kidding. Are psychics, or I'm involved in it. I really am. I'm one of those very strange people. Quote, that's why I came to California. All the strange ones end up here.
Join the gang, yeah.
As far as Jamie, I know that he would adhere to it.
He would?
Yes, he would.
He really would.
Mm-hmm.
Now, a gypsy reads your palm. Do you believe that as well?
I think maybe I've met a couple of palmists in my life that were really terrific.
Yeah.
One that taught at UCLA and was great. But the rest of them, like readers, card readers, that sort of thing, I'd believe more in than I would the palm.
Yeah. Do you read palms at all?
No, but I'm terrific at tea leaves. I really am. Yes, very.
Really?
Yes.
Now, what do tea leaves tell you? I mean...
Oh, they tell you just everything, just like your palm or your fortune or I did it when Jamie did Love Boat. I read all the way to Greece and back. And it was correct that Jamie would keep meeting these people later on and said, your wife was right. At first, it surprised me.
No kidding. How do you read? I don't know how you read tea leaves. What do? You throw them on the table? Or?
You know, honestly, but no, you don't throw it on the table. You keep it in a cup.
Oh, it's in a cup, and you yes.
Yes, and whatever comes to your mind first is a psychic thing. Whatever comes to your mind, you say.
Oh, really? Well, then what do you need the tea for? Well, the leaves for?
Well, it's a tool.
Oh,
Use
something
it
to drink.
like card readers. They really don't read the cards most of the time. Usually it's psychic with the cards. They just use it as a tool.
Oh, it's sort of the connecting rod, the things that make the... Oh, I didn't know.
Have I made you a believer?
No.
Listen, Jamie believes in it.
I bet he does.
Oh, yes, he does.
I don't know. I thought there was something in the design of the way the tea leaves, were in the cup.
Yes, there's
and
many
so forth.
times, like I read by animal form.
Oh, I
like
see.
the fish would mean illness, and the naked woman, I won't tell you what that means.
I think I can figure that out for myself.
But really by animal, I read by animal form.
In the tea leaves
In
himself.
the tea leaves,
I
right.
see. Okay. Wow. All right. Then he's going to believe it.
Well, he'd better.
He won't
I
do
didn't make
business
the
with it.
speech for nothing.
That's right. Okay, here he comes. Jamie, what will you do? What do you think?
This is not my answer now. I would poo-poo. Can you say poo-poo in daytime?
You just did. Yes.
I would poo-poo gypsy tellers and fortune tellers until I marry Joy, and Joy goes to these psychics and fortune tellers, and she even believes she's part gypsy and has a lot of respect for gypsies. So I think over the years, her influence on me, I would listen to what the gypsy had to say and would probably not do business with the lady.
That's right. That's what she said. Irene, what do you think Renee will say?
Did you say this red-headed woman was gorgeous?
I believe the word, let's see, where is it? She tells you if you're a young woman, it doesn't say gorgeous.
What does it say?
It's just in our minds, we figured she would be. She tells you, beware of a young woman who has red hair, is left-handed, and loves George Gershwin.
Well, she's young.
Yeah.
You do business with her?
Yeah, a young redhead. You do business in a minute. Doesn't matter what the gypsy says, huh? Okay, here he comes. Renee, what will you do?
Irene, remember, this is only a game. Okay?
Did I tell you?
Only a game. But if she's a young woman, beautiful red hair, and she sings Embraceable Yours to Me, what do you want me to do? I will go with her wherever she wants me.
That's right. That's what she said. We'll split it 3 ways. You handled that nicely, guys. Nice tight game, too. We'll come back with a $300 question in a minute, and you'll be with us. See you in a second.
The most refreshing way to make the most of every day. And wherever you go and whatever you do, there's something big waiting for me and you. Coke is it, the biggest taste you've ever found. Coke is it, the one that never lets you down. Coke is it, the most refreshing taste around. Coke is it.
Oh, this one's worth $300, and this is a very interesting question. I want to see what you think of this, fellas. Very close game, too, by the way. We have Jamie, you and Jim have $100, and Renee, you have $250, still in the lead, but this one's worth $3. This will decide it. A jury recently awarded $500,000 damages to an anchor woman, 37-year-old Christine Kraft from KMBG in Kansas City. The station fired her, claiming she was too old and too unattractive. Do you think the rating of a news program is dependent on the physical appearance of its anchor man or woman, yes or no? Goodbye. It's a very, very competitive field. We're starting to find out about all that, and we're being told various stories, pro and con. What do you think Jamie will say to this, Joy?
I don't think that way myself, but I do know that appearances is, I guess, very important to people, and the sound of a person's voice. Gosh, I would hate to, that would be terrible to be fired because of age. My God, we're all getting there. I would say
well, it's also attractiveness, too. I mean, it's all those, the whole package is what
I would say that Jamie, what we meant.
It's worded, do you think the rating of a news program is dependent on the physical appearance of its anchor man or woman?
The physical appearance. That's only physical. That's not the way he's... I think Jamie will say yes, that it does.
You think so?
Because he's in the business. He knows what that's like.
Sure.
You know.
Okay.
I mean, he wasn't back there for 1 hour getting dressed for nothing. No, I'm just kidding.
In makeup for 3 hours.
That's
Are you
right.
kidding?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
I would say,
You're going to say that he's going to say yes.
Yes.
It is very important. Here he comes. All right, what do you think, Jamie?
Well, the way the question is worded, you mean how do I personally think, or how do I think in terms of what the networks and the affiliate stations are doing?
What do you perceive as the criteria? Do you think that the rating of a news program is dependent on the physical appearance of the anchorman or woman?
Okay, in travels that I have made across this country, in most of the cities, those anchor people are the stars of those cities, and some of them are incredibly handsome and beautiful, and I would think that yes, it would be.
That's what she said. Okay. Kitty, we'll come down to you. What do you think Jim will say to this?
I think Jim would say yes, that
Yeah.
looks are a criterion for all of that.
Okay. That's important for the rating.
Absolutely.
Is dependent upon that, in fact.
I'd like to say it's not entirely dependent, but I've been in this business long enough to know that it is a very, very important factor.
Okay, he's going to say yes.
I think he's going to say
yes.
yes. Mhm.
Jim, we're getting down to it now. This is about it. What do you think?
Well, that's a tough one. I think the way the question's worded, though, I think I'll say that ratings probably are affected.
That's right. That's what she said. Well, here we are. Irene, this will decide it. You have $250 going into this last question. If you get it right, you're going to win for the bananas.
All right.
If you don't, you're going to lose for the bananas.
Well, I think that really, you can't deny the fact that it is,
it's important.
Physical appearance is very important. It's unfortunate that it is so, but it is so.
Okay. Do you think the rating of a news program is dependent on the physical appearance?
I don't know if dependent, but that it does have a lot of influence on it. Yes. My answer is yes.
Yeah, I think it does too. There are some who are not, I suppose. None come to mind, however.
Exactly.
You're going to say yes.
I thought of that.
Here he comes. Renee, this will decide the game. This is it. If you get it right, you will win. If you don't, then you won't. And then what do you think?
I should hope not. I should think that the audience should be able to say that an anchor man or woman are good because of their mind, their delivery, their charisma, not because of the physical appearance.
No, that's not what she said. She said, yes, it is important. Joy and Jamie, Kitty and Jim are right. They split the 300. We have a three-way tie. Everybody wins. Well, that was a surprise. We'll come back in a moment and split it three ways. Okay? See you in a moment.
You beat the team you had to beat. Hey, look! You did it in the dust and heat. Now you're thirsty and hot, and you know what to do. 'Cause there's something big waiting for me and you. Coke is it, the biggest taste you've ever found. Coke is it, the one that never lets you down. Coke is it, the most refreshing taste around. Coke is it, Coke is it.
Okay, a three-way tie doesn't happen often, but I'm glad it did today. Joy, Jamie, Irene, Renee, and Kitty and Jim had $250. We had $1,000. Their sections will divide $584. I'm glad I didn't have to add that up. Thank you all. You were great, and thank you at home for watching us on Tattletales. We'll see you here the next time. So much. Thank you.
In addition to cash awards, a member of the winning rooting section selected at random will also receive the Bissell Double Action Floor Sweeper. Snaps up dirt and litter off carpets and bare floors. Great for quick pickup between vacuuming from Bissell. Excitement from Kid Tech, the little Burrow battery-powered riding toy. We put fun on wheels. Kid Tech by Hedstrom. And Cepacol mouthwash, the pleasant tasting, refreshing mouthwash is used more by hospitals than all other brands combined. Cepacol. And Flair Trim decorative borders for painted walls. Now you can turn any painted room into a showcase inexpensively. This is Johnny Olson speaking for Tattletales, a Mark Goodson, Bill Todman production. This program was edited for broadcast.